Satan gives his power to all these beasts, these end-time beasts. Russia, China, World Economic Forum, United Nations, all these beasts all get their power from Satan. Do they all get along? No, because they're like really wicked brothers. But Satan gives them the power and the dominion and his agenda to every one of them. And some of them don't even know. Most of them probably don't know. Though I really believe Russia, and US, and China, they all talk, the five biggies, and they kind of orchestrate everything. Because it all fits into the World Economic Forum. They're all parts of the World Economic Forum, and they all say, we got 7 billion too many people in this world. We need to get rid of them. So we're going to make a bunch of these robots, and they'll replace all these people. And the robots, they never go on strike. They always do what we want. And when they don't behave, we just unplug them. But we got to get rid of all these people because they're eating up our resources. Because this planet belongs to the elite. Because we are worthy. Because they have the same desire of their God, Satan, to rule, to kill, to destroy, and every other resource is for their good. And we are a resource. They don't realize they're just falling into God's plan. God wrote this plan 2,000 years ago. It's his plan, but they're fulfilling it. And that's going along really good. And there's only 3.5 years of tribulation, only 3.5 before Jesus sets up his kingdom. Maybe 2.5 before he sets up his kingdom. And there's only 3.5 years at the end of days. And Jesus says, so then, when you see, what?
These things. Abomination of desolation.
Would be
Jerusalem surrounded by armies.
Jerusalem surrounded by armies. That's the easiest one for me. I mean, when I see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, I got a lot of eyes on Jerusalem. When I see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, we'll know we'll be at the 3.5 year mark. And if we're in the Church of Philadelphia, we'll be here 2.5 years after that point. If we are in the Church of Smyrna, we'll be here 2.5 years and actually 10 days. This is my belief right now. This is my eschatology. Then after the church in Smyrna goes, there's a great tribulation. And in that great tribulation, some, maybe, we're not told for sure, will make it into God's kingdom. But it's very possible after those 10 days, time is over and God's wrath begins. And when God's wrath begins, there may, or there may not, be believers still on this earth. I still haven't figured that one out. But when we see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, we got basically 2.5 years left.